Hey everybody, my name is Masterofroflness, and I recently went to a Halo Wars 2 community event which showed off a bunch of Halo Wars 2 content out to influencers like myself. So I was able to look at a campaign mission, play around with Blitz mode as well as Blitz Firefight, a co-op variant of Blitz Firefight, which is pretty cool, and here we go, a standard multiplayer match, a 3 vs 3 actually. Now we're playing with all the different leaders that we can get access to on day one. So you got Anders, you got Cutter, you then also have Isabel, and then over here for the banner side we got Shipmaster, Decimus, and Atriarchs. Now something to keep in mind about is that I haven't really played much of the standard multiplayer of Halo Wars 2. In fact, all the events I went to either had the deathmatch mode, which had like I think 100,000 resources to play around with, or Blitz mode. So I'm going to make a lot of mistakes in this video over here. But without further ado, we're playing as Shipmaster. All the leaders for the Banished, they have unique units as well as unique abilities that kind of like cater to their playstyle. So for example, Decimus is all about siphoning or lifesteal and also rushing. Atriox is all about eco and defense, and he can make his units invulnerable. And then Shipmaster over here is all about stealth and cloak, as well as stealth and cloak, those are the same thing, as well as teleportation. Now each of these leaders has, I don't remember the unique unit in question that they all get associated with. I know for a fact Shipmaster gets the unique Ghost, and then on top of that he has like the Honor Guard. One of these leaders has a Brute Chieftain, but I'm just like drawing a blank right now as to what Decimus has. I really haven't played around with him much. I know Atrox has the Brute Chopper. Anyway, so right now I'm just building up my base, just to kind of like go through a little bit of a primer for people who haven't played Halo Wars 2. Major differences are that there are 2 resources to worry about. You got obviously the regular old supply resources, then you have power. Now power beforehand in Halo Wars 1 used to be a tech level, right? Now in this game it's just a resource like, I don't know, Vespian gas that you harvest with a different building. In this case, power generator. And you need to use the power in order to upgrade units, build units in some cases, or a bunch of other things. Right now I'm using the Honor Guard over here. I can use his cloak ability to sneak up to guys and then just slash them away here or there. On the top right of that mini-map, you'll notice a star with 1 right next to it. That would be the leader power in question I can unlock, or the leader power point I can use to unlock like a leader power. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Let's let you guys see this. This game's already better than Dawn of War 3. Look at that sync kills. Anyway, so that is the leader power point that you can use to upgrade your powers or, for example, unlock powers. Now, unfortunately, because I'm so new at this, I'm going to start floating a lot of resources. And on top of this, well, I make the big mistake of not actually opening up my leader power, so that is a little bit unfortunate. But we will be able to see them later on. There are various jump pads around this map over here which can teleport you between bases and stuff. In the middle there are sort of like these energy generators that you can capture in order to produce extra power. And then over here at the back of the bases over here there are 2 slots to just like build 1 structure. Looking at all the buildings so that I can give you guys a feel of what you get access to. Power, supplies, all that shit. War councils for upgrading your, I guess your, no, not your tech level, your base defenses, as well as on top of this the rate at which you construct stuff, and then also your reinforcements, or the amount of population you get access to. Then I was also looking at turrets. There are 4 different turret models. We'll talk about that later as time goes on. Right now I'm just gonna have my grunts sort of like beat the shit out of these guys. My Honor Guard is just gonna go full on savage and kind of do a dodge roll and then uppercut this guy in the face and slash him apart. Grunts can be upgraded with mines so that they can place them down and sort of fuck up ground units. Right now I earned an extra leader power or a leader point. I think these are gained in combat, so it's kind of like Command & Conquer General 0 Hour where you just sort of keep fighting and then you get more and more points to use for abilities. In order to tech up, you need to upgrade your strongholds to higher tech levels. The last tech level is Fortress, and that will allow you to build like Scarabs and shit. I didn't know that at first. But yeah, we got the upgrades for your leader unit, and then afterwards we have base defenses, logistics, construction speed, all that stuff. All the units as well can be upgraded in their respective buildings to have like higher amounts of speed, armor, damage, that sort of shit. Really the basic stuff. I've noticed that the difference between Halo Wars 2 and Halo Wars 1 upgrades is that there are a lot less upgrades for the individual units. That could be a little bit better, however, in terms of like flow and stuff like that. Considering that getting 3 upgrades for each and every single unit may be a little bit like annoying at some points. You can also send resources of both types to like your allies, which is pretty cool actually. I really like that. It's quite special. Now, I forgot the names of my allies. I know one of them was Future Man Gaming. The other guy, I'm not sure. And I feel really bad for forgetting. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and help out my orange ally over here. We're playing around with a couple of devs as well. Some PR guys, so everybody's sort of like getting in on the action. And I'm using the jump back brutes. I unfortunately miscast, so wasn't able to get the full power. And here we go. Some new units that kind of caught me off guard. These are the Forerunner Sentinel units that Anders gets access to. So Anders gets access to 2 new units. The Forerunner unit you're seeing right now, as well as the Forerunner Ultimate unit that you'll be seeing later on. And that thing is quite a powerhouse, actually. So now these guys are just gonna fuck shit up. I'm trying to build turrets as fast as possible, but it's I was caught off guard by this. I didn't expect this to happen, and I'm not really doing so well on like managing eco and stuff. Obviously, as you can see, like getting more and more power costs a lot of resources. It costs like 800 supplies to get 1 power generator, so that is something to keep in mind about. I keep saying power generator, it's power extractor, but it's just like, I think of power as like generator, and that's really about it. Fortunately for me, typically in Halo Wars, like Halo Wars 1 and 2, infantry is just good against the aircraft, so build up enough grunts and we'll be able to take this out. But this does put a little bit of a dent in my plans. I was going to use this base to sort of like produce units, and then the back base can kind of just like get out resources. I wanted it so that orange and yellow can get like the buildings in the back, because I don't think they were very experienced in Halo Wars 1 or 2 for that matter. I don't know if they've ever played Halo Wars 1 for, actually I didn't really talk to them about that. So yeah, I'm just upgrading my buildings right now because I feel very, very poor. So I have the generator in the middle, so that's good. I should talk about the 4 turret types, or the 4 turret, what should I call them actually? Because they're not turret types really. The 4 like emplacements, defensive emplacements. So there's the turret, okay, which can be upgraded with an anti-air, anti-armor, anti-infantry variant, and then, or upgrade rather. And then we also have a sensor module, which is useful for detecting units that are coming into your base, so you get a little bit of a radar sense of like what's going to happen. Then we have a cloak module, and then afterwards we have a shield module. Shields are for giving your building shields, and then cloak is for hiding them. Now, besides the extractors, supplies, and power, and then also the War Council, which is used for researches and getting more units in general, or getting your hero unit, or getting the Scarab, or increasing the speed at which you gather up units. Besides that, there's 3 other buildings. There's the Apex, there's the War Council, and then there's the Foundry. Foundry is for vehicles, Apex is for aircraft, Raid Camp is for infantry. That's really all you need to know so far. And that's for the Banished, right? In general, I've never really used the Ghost all that much, so right now you're not going to really see much in terms of like the Ghost's usefulness in this game per se. I really should have used the Ghost a lot more. Heck, I did a lot of mistakes when it came to like how I used this leader, and I only just was able to understand it at the very end, so it's very unfortunate. You can upgrade your population limit to about 120, so you can get about 3 Scarabs if you really try. Actually, yeah, you can get about 3 Scarabs. Infantry units are Suicide Grunts, Jump Pack Brutes, Hunters, and Rangers. Rangers can't be upgraded, which is very weird. I actually thought there was like a beam rifle upgrade, but whatever. They're anti-infantry unit. Suicide Grunts are Suicide Grunts. Hunters are anti-armor. Jump Pack Brutes just jump up and punch things. Unfortunately, I built Rangers in some of these scenarios where I really shouldn't have, because Rangers are not that good against aircraft. I did build a Reaver, however. This thing is pretty powerful against aircraft, as you can tell. And we'll be able to take this over again. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Oh, because I wanted to zoom in. Inside, I probably should have taken off the health bars, but whatever. And here we go. Here's the ability tree. I remember like looking at this and going, what? There's all these abilities? They're kind of divided up into active powers and passive powers. Passive powers give you like a boost and don't need to really be activated at all. So, for example, they'd be something like 15% movement speed, for example. Shit like that. Stuff that you won't be able to control, or you don't need to control. Or slightly faster capture rate. Active powers are stuff that you have to like activate on the field and usually cost resources. Some of my active powers would be like teleportation or something called, I think, Arrival. I completely forgot. Which can teleport my units from a battlefield and put them right back into home base and heal them up completely. Alright, right now I see the dire situation with Eco. I still haven't really gotten used to the Eco. This is obviously like my first game ever with Halo Wars 2's Eco, so it is something where I just need to get more used to it more and more. And eventually I'll be able to get it. One thing I should have done more of is try to capture more and more crates. Crates have power and supplies, which is pretty cool. And here's where I'm like, yep, I'm in trouble. I don't have any anti-armor. My anti-infantry is outranged by his snipers, so that's not good. My grunts aren't really going to do a lot of damage. Jump pack brutes I only have one of, and those are going to definitely die. Reavers are doing the damage against aircraft, but yeah, it's not good. Try and get Dark Skies to make my jump pack brutes a little bit more powerful. Dark Skies increases the jump pack brute count to about 3. You see, the thing is that I didn't really expect there to be that much anti-infantry, so I'm going to build infantry units when I really shouldn't have. As you see, you now see one passive power, which makes Shrouds and Marauders a little bit cheaper. There's the thing as well, is that the different leaders also have different upgrades or unique upgrades for their units. So for example, Marauders for Shipmaster over here can be cloaked. That's pretty good actually. That's really cool. I really misused the Shipmaster. Had I played with him a little bit more beforehand, I probably would have actually built a lot more Marauders. But whatever, it's all good. And now I'm going to upgrade my hero a little bit more. Now, the heroes that I had with me, I think we were an all-banished team. Yeah, we were an all-banished team. There was a lot of banished. Gonna jump in with my jump pack brutes. There we go. But they're just going to get annihilated by all the anti-infantry. And now over here we have like 2 armies fighting off against one, so you know how this is going to go. Now, I was going to lose my units until I activated my hero ability right here, which teleported all my units I had selected over to my home base. Hunters weren't selected, so they died.
Our base is under attack.
And then they're automatically healed. I gotta say, some of the hero powers are a little bit difficult to use. I find them not as snappy as they could be. There's a little bit of delay at times, and I feel like there's I don't know actually. I think it's just like a little bit weird to sort of like make the command to use this power or that power. It could also be the fact that I'm just like new at it, so it's just something that you gotta get used to. Okay, so they're trying to push me. I'm gonna all units my ass out of here or around them. Obviously, they're just picking at me away with snipers. I needed to get like Marauders really fast, but I just didn't. It's very unfortunate. He's gonna take the rest of his units and he's just gonna chill out. Actually, this is like the second army over here. At multiple points in this video, the AI, I mean not the AI, the enemy opponents we were versing off against could have definitely swamped my ass. I'm just looking at some of the aircraft I get access to. The Shroud is a pretty... Woohoo! Did you guys see that? He chopped off his head and then he just stabbed him in the back. Here's one of my big mistakes, continuing to build Rangers when I should have, so that was good. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the vehicle upgrade that you can get, or like the infantry upgrade, or any of the upgrades that you can get from the production buildings, which just make your infantry units a little bit more powerful. I don't really like stat bonuses. Halo Wars 1 had like units, if you get them with more and more upgrades, they're obviously more powerful, but they had like different attributes to them. I don't know, I like the models to change as well when I get upgrades. Like maybe infantry upgrade 1 can get me an extra model here or there, you know, that sort of stuff. But I'm just complaining for the sake of complaining, whatever. Either way though, looking at some of the stuff really quick. If you want to check out the stuff, just pause the video and just read it, I suppose. But I can't really explain most of the powers because I haven't really used them as well as I could have, which is a little bit unfortunate. I don't know if the ghost can actually like be cloaked. That would be very interesting. Right now you're seeing some of the infantry upgrades that we get, like a 10% bonus to damage and health. This is also kind of backed up with the other buildings as well, with the aircraft and the vehicles. So there is no speed boost, so my bad on that one. So right now I'm going to try and all units my way into this army, but then I'm like backing out because I'm like, wait a minute, these are two guys. Don't want to do this. Yellow over here, he was just hit and running for most of the game, which was really cool. I was on defensive with orange for most of the time. But yellow was like on the offensive. I think he was like using like locusts and stuff. As you can see at the bottom left below the power is our tech level. And this is kind of, again, like I explained it beforehand, it's determined based on the tech level of the HQ that you have. I was able to teleport my honor guard out of there, which is pretty good. The amount of, I like the fact that they've added a lot of abilities. It makes things a little bit more unique in terms of these engagements. And the unique upgrades to the units as well, depending on the leader, is pretty cool. I think Shipmaster, I'm gonna have to try out a little bit more whether or not he's my actual hero or not, but I do like Aatrox. I don't know, I might try out Decimus in the future. As you can see, this guy is just going ham, but he ends up dying. Did you guys see the brute that was like kind of like phasing into like the chalk zone? I don't know what was happening there. Anyway, so I'm just twiddling my thumbs. This is me going, dude, what does everything do? How do I do this? What do I do? I don't know. Look at all the neat little upgrades. I always feel like I'm hemorrhaging on one resource. There's never a balanced meal when it comes to resources when I'm like using them. And I just really want to go ham on Rangers. I regret this so much. But whatever. I don't really think shrapnel mines would have worked out very well. This is due to the fact that this was a largely massive air force that I was versing off against for most of the game, so there is that. Oh yeah, at this point I figured out how to chat with my teammates, however, I got stuck, so I had to ask the developer, please help me. I am stuck.
Base is under attack.
Please help me. Thought I crashed it or something. It would have been really unfortunate.
Fortress upgrade complete.
Walked my ass through the freezing snow. Get to the studio, and then all of a sudden, bam! Got hit with that. Blisterbacks would also be kind of cool to use as well. Blisterbacks are aircraft units that can be transformed to arty units. Kind of cool. But when you see the force we were up against, this game turns into like one of those like late game RTS battles where it's just mass carriers versus mass battle cruisers. It turns quite memey. And as you can see, the snipers are just, oh, they completely dominate my Rangers. I wish I had figured out that the Marauders can cloak earlier. I think I just picked the Shipmaster primarily because I wanted to see elites in action. Got Wraiths, that's pretty good. Not for this scenario though, but beforehand, yes. Hunters can be upgraded with beam cannons, but they still can't shoot up, so what's the point? Got Unseen Blade just to improve the hero unit, because why not? And here I'm going to upgrade my reinforcements by a little bit.
Forward, all units. Rally point set.
Yeah, so just zooming back and forth between the bases, trying to see what I can do to improve my chances a little bit more, because right now I'm not really comfortable with my status.
Our base is under attack.
Up, and here we go, the big battle. So here they go, they summon the Sentinel Ultimate unit. When I saw this unit, I was like, okay, well, this is just a call-in, right? This can't possibly be like an actual unit that they can use, and nope, it is an actual unit. So I'm just staring at this thing and going, well, this is how I die. And here I am building Wraiths and shit, and I'm like, why am I doing this when the big threat is up top? The green giant pizza slice in the sky. Reavers can use their jump pack ability to get away from danger. I want to get them away from the nucleus of the battle. However, they immediately go back in, so that is not a very kosher idea. So I'm going to try and move them around. I do like the fact that in this game the units fire on the move. It's pretty good considering that you can effectively micro like that, and also like it doesn't become like a standing still Napoleonic war. I'm trying to figure out what I can get to truly improve my chances, but, well, that doesn't work out.
All units.
Yeah, this thing's fucking powerful. This Sentinel is super powerful. Anders is not to be messed around with. I don't know how many of these you can actually get, but I think you can... I've only seen like one in this game, so I think you can only get one, but I can like talk to the developer like later and ask it like how many can you actually get. So here's when I decide, yo, let's just spam out a bunch of grunts because I have all this supply. Why the fuck not? I'm starting to slowly realize the danger I'm in. I'm getting Reavers right now. Got more leader points. Again, you can upgrade powers to make them more powerful. However, I was derping out, so I end up doing that instead. Once you activate this ability, you won't be able to like put in units. There seems to be no way to actually heal up units besides extraction, other than obviously the, of course, engineer unit.
Honor guard ready to serve.
But that's like a design choice, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So getting out more upgrades to make my stuff a little bit more powerful. Instead, what I do, however, is the smart idea of upgrading the Scorch ability on Wraiths, even though I'm fighting aircraft, so why the hell am I getting the Scorch ability on Wraiths? And now I'm realizing, like, man, I definitely should have. I definitely deserve to lose this one. But oh well. At least I got fully upgraded grunts, which is pretty good. I don't use the shrapnel mines, but it's like one of those, what's the point? Unless the shrapnel mines can go up into the sky, which I wouldn't necessarily like this count. My backup dude over here, yellow, building a strong army, pretty good stuff.
Turret complete.
Orange, doesn't really have that strong of an army. He was kind of neglected for second base for a while. I wish I was like a little bit of a stronger ally. Anyway, we have the giant spider, so that's good.
Leader power ready.
Scarab is just gonna move around, stomp and stomp. I do have some problems with the Scarab though, and that would be like how it fires. I'll demonstrate that later on as like the game continues. I don't know, I think the shield generator covers the entire base, or only covers a section. But I think you have to destroy the shield generator itself, and then afterwards, once that's like taken away, you know what? I actually had no point in that sentence. My bad. All right, let's go ahead and just watch the Scarab duke it out with the Sentinel Ultimate unit. So the Scarab gets a little bit weird and has to like get into the right position to fire, and then it just unleashes Shrek. Vomit, orange, ooze out of its mouth and then tries to destroy this Sentinel ultimate unit. Has a shield ability, which is pretty good. Makes it stand up a little bit more. But I just don't have enough support to back up my Scarab over here. And all my Reavers do die. Oh, it's really close though. Really, really, really close. But Scarab does end up dying, which is unfortunate. I don't know why it was like...
They attacked me from above? Fools!
You know, I don't know what I was saying back then when I was talking about the shield generator. I think I was talking about how the shield generator doesn't give like a separate shield life bar. It just sort of like cloaks it in a shield. And once the shield is down, the shield generator is just weak and you can just destroy that. But that's like, I'm sorry, I'm really tired right now. In any case, at this point, I'm like, okay, Scarabs are the way to go. We should get Scarabs. We should just get nothing but Scarabs. So, here's where I had a brilliant idea. I had a super amazing idea that will get us to win. But first and foremost, I'm going to build a bunch of Shrouds. And I'm going to build a bunch of Reavers on top of that. Reavers and Shrouds. And then afterwards, I'll think about the Scarabs. Because I don't have the resources for them. But I understand, like, oh, hey, the Scarabs are the key. Shrouds, if you guys don't know, are an aircraft unit that can cloak units all around in a little bubble. They're really unique, actually. I kind of I like the Shrouds in their current in their current iteration. Saving up a little bit more resources to get the ultimate Scarab. So now I have all this energy, but I don't have any supplies. And it's like topsy-turvy.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete. Rally point set.
It's a shame as well because I want to get a little bit better at the standard deathmatch variant of or not no. Is it deathmatch? Is this one deathmatch? I think it's just like standard. But I just want to get better at standard, but I can't because the next beta is blitz mode.
All units.
Which is fun, but obviously my kink is standard. I don't know if the shield generator gives shields to units. And it's possible that I'm actually not using the shield generator in its like in the correct way, as I'm sort of putting it on one end of the base but not on the other ends. So maybe I am fucking up and not giving all areas shields. Or maybe I'm misinterpreting the usage of shield generators. All around possible.
All units.
This is a long match, by the way. Like, things just go back and forth, back and forth. My ally has a Scarab of his own. Things get to such a stupid extent to the point where I think there's like 3 Scarabs at the same time on the map, and it's like, why? Yellow, I don't think Yellow ever built a Scarab. I think he was just building Locusts and just fucking around. Alright, so incoming. I'm trying to back away so I can keep my Reavers alive. Try to take pot shots as much as possible. And here I'm going to cloak my guys. Something that I think I could have done was I could have probably moved in my Reavers a lot earlier. Especially since I think the cloaking generator covered my guys, but whatever. In any case, I'm trying to use the glassing beam. It's not really doing that well of a job with it, but oh well. And here we go. 2 Scarabs, 1 for each teammate. Look at it. It's like 2 hermit crabs moving for 1 shell. Eventually they learn how to share. This is where I'm moving my Reavers for the kill. The Sentinel, like, ultimate unit is just so powerful. It can tank 2 Scarabs firing at it at the same time. Not at this instance. In another instance, they try to do that, but you'll see it soon. Maybe my Reavers were badly placed as well. That's something else to keep in mind. But largely, I also blame the fact that there were just so many engineers, and I just was not able to kill them as fast as possible. And the fact that I didn't have enough Reavers. I'm gonna try and keep my little beam on top of this Sentinel ultimate unit, but it's pretty hard. These missiles, let them go. He's so close. Yeah, there we go. Get the fuck out of here.
We've destroyed an enemy structure.
Oh, that felt really good. But then Teal brought down another one. And he also brought down a Condor, which is another ultimate unit. I don't know if Teal was Anders. I think there were 2 Anders. By the way, Anders has access to 2 different ultimate units: the Sentinel ultimate unit and the Condor. On the run. Go, Scarab! Oh no, Scarab. I don't know if any of the banished guys actually have access to a different unique unit, or like ultimate unit actually. If no units train more. I was so demoralized. I was like, what do? What do? And then I was like, well, I guess I'll just look around, see what's happening. You can tell these building slots are pretty good actually. I like the idea of these building slots being put into the map. But I think I was like, a baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do. And I just went into full on spam mode. I think I underestimated the heal rate of the engineers also. Engineers are extremely fast healers in this iteration of Halo Wars. So I probably should have taken that into account and just built a fuck ton more Reavers. Or actually they're air units, okay. But are there infantry units in air? Fuck, I don't know. Infantry sight range is increased.
Leader power ready.
Alright, get a second Scarab. Let's go. Full Scarab production. It's now or never, boys. It's now or never. The fate of the world is on the line in this one. There was a couple of stuff that I couldn't obviously show off to you guys, like the oh boy, that is such a cancer. Oh, my bad. Okay, there was a couple of stuff that I couldn't obviously show off to you guys due to the fact that you know, they weren't really keen on showing it off just yet until the right stuff happened. So for example, some like menu selection things and certain fuck, I actually completely forgot. Oh yeah, certain achievements and stuff like that. So I had to cut out the beginning where we're selecting our leaders, as well as like certain achievements. So I don't think any achievements actually came out in this video. Could be wrong, however.
Stronghold upgrade complete.
Now, I'm gonna build up a little bit more. As you see, that generator set hides units. So, yeah, I probably could have like moved out my Reavers a little bit earlier with that cloak generator. Oh well, something for the future, I suppose. Just gonna go ahead and build a lot more, just a few more Scarabs.
Harvester constructed. All units. Citadel upgrade complete.
Interesting.
Turret complete.
And now it's just me sort of waiting for them to come around. I don't know. I don't know what they were doing actually at this time, because they probably could have destroyed Orange at this moment. Though I don't know who Yellow was actually fighting. Yellow was like fighting Teal, but then I don't know if there was ever an army that he fought against, or if he just dealt with them when they left. I think they all kind of grouped together into like one blob.
Harvester constructed.
And I'm just moving around the Scarab. I like how it like moves around, stomps on the ground, destroys the floor below it. That's all pretty cool actually. I like that shit. I don't know if vehicle level 2 research actually improves the Scarabs. I could be wrong there.
Power extractor constructed.
So there's just a fuck ton of ultimate units right now coming out. I'm getting out the second Scarab, and it's time. We going. And I see Orange's Scarab moving in, so I'm already feeling it right now. Feel it, Mr. Krabs. 30 Scarabs at once. If I was given a little bit more time, I probably could have had like a 3rd Scarab myself. And then it would be 4 Scarabs on one battle. That'd be quite the interesting fight, actually. To use his leader power on me. There's just so many engineers. I think one player just dedicated all of his efforts to engineers. I know who it was, but man, there was so many engineers. Look at that. Let me go ahead and try to take down the ultimate unit here. The fuck my brain. The Sentinel ultimate unit. Orange's Scarab is kind of like moving about. As you can see, like, the Scarabs are so finicky. Look at that one, like, swerving a little bit to try and get into firing mode. And some of them are just kind of like moving too close to the enemy and then finally firing. And that guy went close. So I was like, yep, I fucked up. So I don't know. I don't really like how the Scarabs kind of control. I think they need a little bit more tightening up. Or maybe loosening up. I don't know. They just need to, like, that beam needs to fire as soon as it sees an enemy unit, not like get into position then fire. Unless that's like a special ability they can do where they have like concentrate fire that does like 50% extra damage or something. Actually, don't do that. That'd be fun. There's a lot more egregious examples that you can probably that we'll be able to show off later on as the game goes on. Keep going, keep going.
An enemy structure has been destroyed.
And unfortunately, things didn't work out. This whole like shablam didn't work out at all. This is the end. So close. But yet so far. Shield generators over here being built, cloaking generators. Just preparing for the inevitable. So very close. I think this is where Orange dies, but I could be wrong actually. But you know what? As long as I live, I'm just gonna build as many Scarabs as possible and hope for the best. You can't get a Scarab. Oh, this is actually one of those examples. So I'm right-clicking, and then okay, I understand that it was close, but then this Condor over here is not close, and then it's like still standing there doing nothing, and I went insane. I'm like, what is it doing? Oh my god! And it's just super dead. Just to make matters worse, they just use that super ability on me. So I'm just like continuing to make Scarabs. I don't care what happens. As long as I have resources, Scarabs will be made. I don't think there's an upgrade that makes turrets medium turrets or heavy turrets anymore, which is actually pretty cool. I didn't really like that at all. Get rid of upgrades that are more like busy work and don't really provide any meaningful change. I think it's a good idea. At this point, I'm just sort of thinking, what do I want to do? And I think I have the brilliant idea of scrapping the Scarabs altogether and just building nothing but Reavers. Just nothing but Reavers. As the Scarabs are not working, they're not doing enough damage, they're not tanky enough. They also tend to not listen to commands. So then you're like, okay, well, I don't know what you want to do today, but it's a series of unfortunate events is on right now. Do you want to watch with me? And then it's like, okay. At first I was like, I'm going to take this one Reaver and help him, but then I was like, okay, let's stop kidding ourselves. Advanced logistics right over here. Just to improve production rate. Come on, cancel it. Cancel it, you fucker. Yellow's elite honor guard is literally going to win us the game. He's been doing pretty cool shit actually. I love the fact that Future Man Gaming was able to just like hit and run and kill all like I think Teal's bases. Unfortunately, however, I think just like me, I don't think he was using any of the abilities for Shipmaster all that well. So that is something. I wish there was a lot of things like I wish I known about Shipmaster. I also wish I didn't spend that leader point on that ability, instead spent it on mass cloaking, but whatever. Here it is. Big Kahuna. I used mass cloaking really quick so that these guys are all cloaked. Scarab is gonna fire one more time and then he gets out of range. And then he has to sit back down and fire again. Ah, there we go. There we go. Nom, 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 nom. Look at all that damage. Ooh. So close so far. I'm like as close as I could be to actually like doing some meaningful damage to this guy's army. But then at this point, with the Scarab finally dying, like no more Scarabs. No more. Especially when he that player used like the super beam on me. So close! So close to putting the Condor. It's time for all Reavers and that's it. Nothing but Reavers. If I build nothing but Reavers, I can't use ultimate units. Don't you see? It's the perfect plan.
Reporting for duty. Where's my target?
They should just make a leader for Halo Wars 2, which is a grunt in like a mech suit like they did with Halo 5. And then have like a grunt leader, and then the ultimate unit can be like a giant mecha grunt.
All units.
Or it could be like an actual grunt with like armor around it. Like a fusion of robot and biological stuff like Evangelion. Neon Genesis grunt.
On the move.
Oh god. Move around. Alright, so 2 players have been eliminated. 1 player on the enemy side and then 1 player on my side.
All units.
At least, if I read that correctly. Oh, no. That was actually my ally. It was just the first warning was like his base was destroyed, not the player was eliminated. My bad. So yeah, just build Reavers and hope for the best. It's a good idea. Yellow has, I think, practically moved Teal down here, which is, I think, good for Teal considering that Teal's massive forces are over there. We're seeing the Brute Chieftain over there. I don't think this is Decimus. I could be... No, that's not Decimus. That's the Brute Chieftain for the Aatrox leader. But I'll have to try out Decimus at some point.
All units. All units.
Okay.
Rally point set. All units. Rally point
So I have a couple really good Reavers. I think they're upgraded to max with vehicle upgrades. I'm not entirely sure. No, they're not. They're not. So they need a little bit more work. They need 1 more upgrade, I think, and then we can make this work.
All units. All units. We've destroyed an enemy
I'm trying to use some abilities here or there. Actually, was that my ability? No, it wasn't. It was like my ally's ability. I just thought it was mine because I was looking at the leader power over there in the video. Okay, time to help him. There's my Reavers. If I kill all the engineers, I can win. I wish I had done this like, wow, actually like 20 minutes ago. But this was sadly the only like standard multiplayer match we played. A little bit unfortunate, as I really enjoyed it quite a lot. Look at these Look at these Reavers. Go. I want to see your ultimate unit deal with this. The power. Reavers are like my favorite anti-air unit. They have chicken legs, and then they can jump like this. Who needs a Wolverine when you have Reavers? I don't know if they have any. I think they have like a little bit of damage to anti-gravity, but that's really about it. And I think like a small like plasma rifle being shot at from the cockpit.
Rally point set.
If we hold on for a little bit longer, we will see the bright day. I think I was also at this point like kind of getting so used to my abilities that I can now pick like the right upgrades needed to sort of make a comeback. But at this point we had to kind of wrap things up because, well, we didn't have a lot of time and we had to show off some other stuff with Halo Wars 2. So unfortunately, this will sort of be the end of the video, with Yellow giving a last hoorah at Blue's base. And then me just building nothing but Reavers. I was trying to get to max Reavers to see how many units, how many like Reavers I can get on the map, but unfortunately, the end. Anyway, that would be Halo Wars 2 3 vs 3 multiplayer match. I'll see you guys next time for some more Halo Wars 2 content.